Good afternoon, friends. So now we will see our second chapter in computer subject, that is animation tool Synfig. In the first chapter we studied about multimedia and multimedia components. We saw 5 different media elements there. We also discussed about animation and video. What is the difference between these two that we studied? Now we have to study a software that is used to create animations. That the name of that software is Synfig Animation Studio. Multimedia tools. Before understanding Synfig, we will see the various multimedia authoring tools. To create a multimedia presentation, we need application program known as multimedia authoring tool. So multimedia authoring tool is a program that lets you create animations. There are 3 types of animation tools. So authoring tools are classified into 3 categories. Number 1, card or page based tools. Number 2, icon and event based tools. And the third most popular is time based tools. We will see all these tools one by one. So the first one is card or page based tool. In card or page based tool, the elements are organized as pages of a book or a pile of cards. The authoring tool links these pages into an organized sequences. These types of tools are useful when the different elements can be viewed individually, like the pages of a book, so we can watch it one by one. Such programs are HyperCard and Multimedia Toolbook. This is the example of HyperCard. Here you can see several images are given and we can watch it sequentially one by one. So such programs are known as card or page based tools. Well, the another is icon and event based tool. In icon and event based authoring tool, the elements are organized as objects in a structural framework or process. We need to build the flowchart of the events or tasks and then add the elements as per the structure. Flowchart means whatever we want to do, whatever work we want to do, that we can create on paper. So such programs are Authorware and Icon Author. This is Authorware and this is Icon Author. Here you can see several icons are given. These are the individual objects and we can click on it and view the animation. The third one is time based tools. This is the most important animation software. In time based authoring tools, the elements are organized along a time. So there it shows timeline and we can create animation according to the time. They are useful when you want to give a message that has a beginning and an end. So there are 2 points, starting point and ending point. In between these 2 points you can create animation. The elements are displayed as per the time or location of the events. Time based tools are most popular amongst all. And remember, Synfig, Pencil, Flash and Director. These are the animation software that is based on time-based tools. So this is a director program where you can create animation. Now Pencil software. We will discuss about Pencil software. Pencil is 2D animation software that lets you create traditional hand-drawn animation using both bitmap and vector graphics. You might be remembering the last chapter. In the chapter number 1, we studied about images. There are two types of images: bitmap images and vector based images. So Pencil can handle both type of images. It can be freely downloaded from http://www.pencil-animation.org. This is the website from where we can download Pencil software, and this is open source, so it's free. It is available on various operating systems like Linux, Windows and Mac operating system. So wherever you want to install it, you can install and you can work on it. Pencil is such a software where you can create hand-drawn images. So if you are good at creating drawings, it will become more useful to you. So this is Pencil software. Remember, you can create good animation in Pencil if you are good at free hand-drawn instead of object drawing. So here ready-made objects are not given. Just you can use Pencil and create your own drawing, and then you can apply animation on it. But we have to study Synfig Studio. Synfig Studio is a time-based multimedia authoring tool. The three different types of categories that we have seen previously. So here the Synfig tool is based on time. It is an open source and can be downloaded freely from synfig.org. Remember the address of website. It is open source software. It means totally free. One can download open source software freely without paying any charge from internet. Synfig is a 2D vector animation software that and was released in 2005 under GNU GPL. Remember, this is 2D software, not 3D, and it was released in 2005. All the open source software, means free software, are released under GNU GPL category. Here GPL means General Public License. It means open for all. Such software are open for everybody. GPL means General Public License, remember. It is available in various operating systems like Linux, Windows and Mac operating systems. These are the three most popular operating systems nowadays. Actually, there are several operating systems available worldwide, but most popular operating systems are three. In these three operating systems, Linux is open source. It means totally free. And in 11th standard, we have to study this operating system, Linux operating system, that we have to study from chapter number 6. Windows is licensed software, so actually we have to purchase it. Same way Mac also. Mac operating system is used in Macintosh computers. Its first version is 0.61.05 and the latest version according to your book is 0.63.05. Remember the version. Since it is not available as a standard package, Since it is not available as a standard package in Ubuntu Linux, we need to install it from outside. Actually, it is not available in Ubuntu Linux. So whenever you install Ubuntu Linux, the Synfig Studio program will not come automatically. When you install Linux operating system, it automatically installs OpenOffice software. So OpenOffice software is inbuilt in Ubuntu Linux, but Synfig is not inbuilt. So either you have to install it from internet or you have to install it from any other source. It can be it can be started from applications graphics option. So this is all about a Linux operating system. So we are running Synfig Studio on Linux platform, and that is why applications button is given here. In Ubuntu Linux, there is a button named applications that is similar to start button in Windows. So in Ubuntu Linux, you have to click on applications button and then you have to click on graphics option. It will show you Synfig Studio option if you have installed it. It stores animation in XML file format. Remember, this is a computer language, XML. You might have heard about HTML. HTML is also a language that is used to create web pages on internet. The full form of HTML is Hypertext Markup Language. Same way, this is XML, and this is also used to create web pages. So here, remember, the full form of XML is Extensible Markup Language. It uses .sif extension for uncompressed file and .sifz extension for compressed file. So if you create a file in Synfig Studio, then automatically it will give extension .sifz. So now we will see how to start Synfig. For that, you have to click on applications, graphics, Synfig option. When you start Synfig, it will show you such window. Now we will see the different parts of this window. Here, this checkboard is known as canvas. You can see a toolbar, a group of toolbar is given at the bottom. This is a panel. Same way, this is also another panel. This part is known as toolbox. So this is toolbox, whereas these two are the panel groups. For Windows, you have to click on Start, All Programs, Synfig, and in that you have to click on Synfig Studio option if you have installed Synfig Studio in Windows operating system. Now if it doesn't show any toolbar, then you can reset all the toolbars. So to reset the Synfig Studio window to default window, select Toolbox, File menu, Panels, and in that you have to select Reset Windows to Original Layout option. So this is Toolbox. Inside Toolbox, you have to click on File menu, File, Panels, and there you have to select Reset Windows to Original Layout option. So if any toolbar is not visible on screen, then you can select this option to reset it. If toolbox is not seen, suppose if toolbox is not there, then you can right click on the screen and select File Revert option. Otherwise you can select Caret File Revert option. Remember, the caret button is given at the top left corner of Synfig window. this is caret button. So either you can left click on this button, otherwise you can right click on screen, and then it will display a shortcut menu where you have to select file, revert option, then it will display toolbox. So the most important window is toolbox in Synfig Studio. Toolbox is the main window which contains system menu and tools to create and edit the artwork. Closing the toolbox exits the Synfig application. Remember, when you click on close button of toolbox window, then it will close the entire Synfig program. Toolbox window is separated into 3 areas. So this is toolbox, and here 3 different areas are given. These are the 3 different areas: the first part, second part, and third part. See, the first part, that is upper palette, and it contains file, new, open, save, undo, redo options. Such commands are given here. The middle palette contains the tools like circle, rectangle, transform. So all these tools are available here. These tools are used to create any drawing. Whereas the lower palette contains tools like foreground and background color. This is foreground color and this is background color. Brush size is given, blend option is given. So such tools are available in toolbox, in lower palette of toolbox. Lower palette. In lower palette, foreground and background color option is given. It creates the fill and the outline colors for the object. When we create a layer without outline, then it has only fill color. So 2 color options are given. There is an option brush size. This option sets the size of the line for new outline. So you can change the brush size from here. The default value is given 1.75 pt. You can see here. Now normally foreground and background color, whatever you want to set, you can set here. But if you want to set default values for these 2 colors, then you can click on this button. Blend method. The blend method sets the blend method which will be discussed later. So what is blend option, that we will discuss in the next chapter. Blend method actually allows you to display some portion of your object. And remember, it is set to by layer default. So here the option is given by layer default. Just now you have to remember this. By layer default option is given here. Then the next option is opacity. Here the value 1 is shown. This is opacity. The scroll bar, what it shows here, this is known as opacity. It controls the layer's visibility. And remember, 0 means the layer is invisible and 1 means the layer is fully visible. So whatever design you create on screen, that is a layer. The individual design is known as a layer. Suppose you create a circle, then that is layer. Suppose you create a rectangle, then that is another layer. So suppose there is a circle of blue color, then you can control its opacity. If you keep it to 0, then it will hide the circle layer, means it will become completely transparent, and 1 means the layer is fully visible. Gradient, used by gradient layers as their fill. It sets to default gradient between the foreground color and background color. So here gradient and the last option is interpolation. Each waypoint has an interpolation setting in which determines the manner in which the parameter changes. So whenever we create animation, in animation, wherever we make changes, it shows a diamond sign there, and that point is known as interpolation. So suppose we have created a circle and we are changing its parameter. Suppose we are changing its color. So in which frame we make changes, it will show you a diamond sign there, and that point is known as interpolation. That we will discuss in next chapter. Now we will see canvas. This is canvas window, and here this gray colored checkboard is given. This is known as canvas. At the upper left corner, it will show you a small button. That button is known as caret button. Whenever you click on this caret button, it will show you a shortcut menu, and from shortcut menu you can select any option. So all the options are available in this caret button. This is known as timeline. When you start creating animation, it shows you several frames here. Here it shows 0f, then here 2s is given, 4s is given. So normally our animation is divided into 5 seconds, and in each and every second there are 24 frames available, and in each and every frame it shows a checkboard where we can create a design. So remember, there are 24 frames available in a single second. It means in 1 second it shows 24 frames. The area with the gray checkboard pattern is the working area in which we can create elements or layers and manipulate them. So whatever design you create here, whether it is circle or rectangle, it is known as a layer, and you can manipulate it. It means we can make changes in it. A small black triangle is seen at the upper left corner, which is known as caret button. So here this is caret button, which allows access to most of these Synfig features. It means it shows a shortcut menu where all the options of Synfig Studio are available. The timeline is seen only when you have non-zero duration in the settings. It means your animation is divided into one or more than 1 seconds. Then it will show you timeline. Otherwise, it will not show you timeline. Now we will see about panels. Synfig has different types of panels like layers panel, parameters panel, history panel, etc. Remember, this is group of panels. It means here there are few panels available in this window. So remember, this is known as vertical panel group. In vertical panel group, there is a panel given known as navigator. In navigator, it shows the miniature of your checkboard, means canvas, and whatever drawing you have created, it will show you the miniature of that. You can either increase or decrease the size of your canvas from here, or you can move it from left to right. So that is navigation. This is known as info panel. It shows some information. For example, it shows the mouse pointer position, where the mouse pointer is available, and wherever you have kept your mouse pointer, it will show the color of that point, of that pixel. So it is just to display some information regarding your mouse pointer. Next is tool options, and this is the most important option. This is the most important panel. Whenever you create a suppose circle when you click on circle option to create a circle, it shows the options related to circle in this tools options. So here it shows few options, means what you want to create, whether you want to create outline circle or you want to create fill circle or whatever it may be. So all these options are available in this tool options panel. Next is history option. When you make several changes in your animation, all the changes are stored in history panel. So you can undo here from this history panel. This is known as layers panel. Here you can see two layers are displayed, circle 050 outline and circle 050. It means when you create a circle, it creates two different layers. One is outline and one is circle fill layer. Now if you don't want to create both these circles, means both these layers, then you can make it off from these tool options while creating circle. This is color palette, means palette editor. So it shows several color options from where you can select any color option. Whereas this is known as canvas browser. And the last panel here it is given, that is folder panel. Remember here the info panel and palette editor panel, both these panels occupy single space. Both these panels are situated on same space. Same way, tool options panel, history panel and canvas browser, these three panel share same space. Same way, layers panel and groups folder panel, both these also share same space. So when you click on layers panel, it will show you layers here. When you click on groups panel, it will show you groups here. Same way here also, when you click on tools option, it will show you tool options here. If you click on history panel option, it will show you history options here. Then the next panel group is horizontal panel group. This is horizontal panel group. This is params panel. The full form of params is parameters, means the parameters are given related to particular design. So if you have created a circle and you have selected the circle option, then it will show you parameters regarding circle over here. Next is children panel. Then the keyframe panel is given. Same way, time track panel is there. Then curves panel is there. And the last panel is canvas metadata. So all these panels are available in horizontal panels group. So there are two panel groups, horizontal panel group and vertical panel group. Layers panel, it is displayed, it displays the layers of your working canvas. It allows to manipulate these layers. So this is layers panel. This is tool options panel. Tool options panel, it shows options for currently selected tool. So suppose if you click on circle tool, then it will display tool options for the circle here. Navigator, it shows a thumbnail image of what the currently selected canvas looks like. We can also zoom in or zoom out in canvas from here, from this button. So either you can zoom in or zoom out from this button. So this is navigators panel. History panel. it keeps tracks of all the actions that are done while editing the file. It is like undo redo option. The checkbox column is used to disable specific actions without going through the entire action list. If you want to redo or undo an action or group of actions, just click on the checkbox. So in this history panel, it shows you list of checkboxes, and from this checkboxes you can make it undo or redo. Next, params panel. This is params panel. It shows the currently selected layer parameters. So suppose you have selected circle layer, then it will show you the color of that circle, the size of outline, and all these options here. So these are the parameters of your circle layer. When multiple layers are selected, only the parameters that are common in the selected layers are displayed. So if you have selected circle, rectangle, these two tools, then it will show you the common parameters of both over here. Now creating a new file. If you want to create a new file, then you can select tools, new file button option. Otherwise, click on caret button and then select file new option. Otherwise, shortcut key is also available. For that, you have to press Ctrl+N. Next is properties dialog box. To display properties dialog box, you have to click on caret edit properties button. When you click on properties option, it will show you properties dialog box, where it shows canvas information. You can display the name of canvas and you can give some description if you want. Here 3 different tab buttons are given: image, time, and other. Canvas info part allows us to give name and description for the for the animation. There are 3 tabs in properties dialog box: image, time, and other. So 3 tabs are given. Image, it allows to set the image size. So here height, width, and other options are given. From here you can set the size of image. Another tab is time tab. Time tab is used for setting the start time and end time and frames per second. Remember, the full form of FPS is frames per second. So here you can see 3 options are given. Frames per second, here the default value is given 24. It means whenever you start your animation, it will show you 24 frames in a second, in a single second. Then start time is given. So here the start time is 0f. Earlier we have seen that each and every second is divided into frames, and in each and every frame there are canvas given. The end time is 5 seconds. So the default size of our animation is 5 seconds. You can change it from here. Now these are the buttons available in toolbox. This arrow is known as transform tool. Then circle tool is given, rectangle tool is given, star tool is given. This is gradient tool. Then polygon tool, eyedrop tool, that is used to select color from our image. Then fill tool to fill color. B-line tool is given, that we have to study. Then text tool is given, that is used to write some text. Then draw tool is given. So these are the tools available in toolbox. In the middle part, gradient tool. The gradient tool is used to create smooth transitions between 2 or more colors in an object. There are 4 gradients. Number one is linear. This produces a simple transition in a straight line. Another is radial. This produces circular color with the transition being at the center of those circles. Conical. This has the appearance of looking down on a tip of a cone. And the fourth one is spiral. This produces a spiral gradient. The text tool allows to enter text by creating a text layer. So it will also create a text layer. Select the text tool and then click on the canvas. A dialog box appears asking you to enter the text, and whatever text you write here, that will get displayed on your canvas.